what's up everybody? My name is Harwin Francois. I'm a multi-six-figure real estate investor. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I wholesaled my first assignment deal ever about a year ago today. This exact property I made $4.3 thousand. Now, although this is a little deal, that was all the proof of concept that I needed to get to scale my business to a multi-six-figure yearly business. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be going over my complete deal analysis. This exact strategy led me to do multiple deals in my first year of real estate, and I will be showing you guys how you guys can implement the same strategy. Now, before we get started, make sure to subscribe, save, and like this video. Way more fire content and game that I'll be giving you guys that you don't want to miss. Now let's get straight to it. All right, guys, so this is my first ever deal that I ever wholesaled. This was actually a driving for dollars technique that I use. Basically, if you're starting out, this is good for anybody who's starting out. You go ahead and hop in your car, you're driving around, and you're literally looking for messed up houses. Things like tall grasses, tarps on roofs, just ugly houses. That's basically what you're looking for. So I found this property. I skip traced it on cyber background checks because I was broke back then. So I got the address. I literally put it on PropWire, which is free. And then after I got the address on PropWire, I went ahead and went to cyber background check to skip trace the number, right? So I got in contact with the lady, very sweet lady. We talked for about 2 or 3 weeks continuously. And then I finally gave her an offer at about $150,000, right? I'm going to break down the whole process from start to finish. So here we have the property. I'm going to show you guys how to run comps and run your numbers so that you can have the correct offer price to give somebody. All right, so if you go on PropWire, there's this thing right here where you can click on comps, and that just gives you comparable properties that have sold in the last 6 months near that house. All right. So let's take a look. And basically all I'm doing is I'm trying to find a property that has the same 2 beds, 1 bath as my property that I'm trying to make an offer on. So I'd click this address, I'd go ahead and copy and paste it. And I always like to use Redfin. It's just, some people like to use Zillow, some people like to use Realtor.com. I like to use Redfin. It's just simpler for me to use. So this is a 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom, 888 square foot. This one sold for about $260,000. Ours is what's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. So that's a pretty decent comp, but I'm trying to find properties that have same beds, same baths. So I'm trying to find like a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. All right. So right now I'm seeing a lot of 3 bedrooms, 1 bathrooms. Right. So in a lot of case scenarios, when there's not an exact comp where it has the same bathrooms and the same bedrooms, I'd go ahead and just find the nearest similar comp. So I'm getting a lot of 3 bedrooms, 1 bathrooms. And that's fine. So I like to go ahead and find 3 to 5 comps. And the only time you really want to go ahead and start looking for comps is when you've actually been on the phone with the seller and that you know that they're looking to sell. Okay. So I'm not just wasting my time just comping every single property. No, I'm getting in touch with the seller. As soon as I get a yes, that's when I start doing a deep dive, because comping a property usually takes a little bit longer. It usually takes like 5 to 10 minutes, but all right. So guys, I found my 2 comps. Both of these had 3 bedrooms, 1 bathrooms, and mine is a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. So that's completely fine. So now what I do is I literally go add 260, which is what this property sold for, my comparable property sold for. And then I'd go add the 278, what my other comparable property sold for. And let me pull up my calculator here. So 260,000 plus 278,000 brings us to about 538,000. I get the average of both of those properties. So let's divide that by 2. So that brings me with an after repair value of 269,000. So what I like to do, it varies amongst different markets. I like to always be around 70 to 75% of the after repair value. So, all right, times this, I multiply this by 0.75%. So that brings me at around $201,000, right? And now keep in mind, guys, it doesn't have to be exact. You just want to have a ballpark estimate of where you need to be at. So I know this property, it needed about $20,000 to $25,000 in work into it. So I'd minus 20,000. That brings me to about 181,000. Now this is when I add my fee. Usually now I try to get about $20,000 to $25,000 for my spread, but at that moment I always try to get around $5,000 to $10,000 spread. So minus 5,000. So that brings me at an offer price of 176,000, right? Now keep in mind, guys, it doesn't have to be accurate, right? So I remember I was talking to this lady for about 2 weeks. I gave her an initial offer price of 150 and she denied. She told me the best she could do for me was 190, right? So after weeks of negotiating, I finally got it down to about $183,000. And that's what I got it locked up for. And I started dispoing it out for 190,000. Guys, I hope you guys found value in this video. I know when I was coming up, watching videos like this definitely helped boosted my skill set, boosted my confidence, and most importantly, helped me manifest exactly where I am today. Guys, and before I let you guys go, I do want to let you guys know that starting out, it's not easy. I remember I started out in January 2024. It took me 6 months to finally get a deal. Now, it took me 6 months. Some people, it might take shorter. Some people, it might take longer, but every single day I showed up and put the work in. So if you're just now starting out and see yourself doing big things, especially in the real estate industry, show up every single day, put the work in. And let me tell you this one last thing. Nothing great is ever accomplished in a short amount of time, right? So just want you guys to, just want to end that with that. Show up every single day, and I promise you, if I can do it, you can too.